Praise Jesus, praise the Blessed Mother. I'm glad to see all of you again. In the previous presentation, I shared the news of how overseas programs experience graces during the COVID-19 pandemic. And meanwhile, more and more amazing graces are being poured out boundlessly. In this challenging time where the cup of God's wrath is overflowing and slowly descending down onto this earth, I'd like to share today how our pilgrims are taking care of the graces that they received even though they can't come to Naju during the COVID-19 crisis. Mama Julia has collected miraculous images of Naju beginning 35 years ago. All signs of grace are layered again and again a myriad of times, and the number has reached to a state of infinity, equivalent to the infinite love of the Blessed Mother, which is wider than the universe. Let us cover the whole world with the heavenly mantle Mama Julia prepared for us specially. It is our wish to share with everyone all these sacred objects made with all signs of graces. Therefore, the grace of the Blessed Mother of Naju has worked throughout the world, performing miracles of love through these sacred items. Such miracles are also granted to non-Catholics and even to those who are ignorant of her apparition in Naju. Consequently, these items have effectively made known to knowledge of Our Lady of Naju. The pilgrim leaders, as you know, are also continuing the same outstanding job of sowing this knowledge widely. They used to invite pilgrims to come to Naju, but this is no longer possible because of COVID-19. These leaders now do the next best thing by promoting and making these sacred items of all signs of grace of Our Lady of Naju available in their respective countries. They experience the Blessed Mother's loving help while processing the orders of these items. In this work, they realize that this is being led by God personally, and He Himself wishes to grant His amazing grace through all signs to the whole world. And as God continues to perform such miracles of love through these items, grace also continues to be amplified. May I share with you the graces reported recently? Not only did we receive a testimony of a priest who was cured of COVID-19 with the Blessed Mask with all signs of grace of Naju, we also received testimony of the sound of music emanating from the all signs of pillow cover and blanket. There is one lady, Catherine, from Singapore, who gave her mother a pillow cover with the all signs of grace. And as her mother laid her head on the pillow, her mother distinctly heard some melodic sounds coming from the pillow and exclaimed, "Oh, I hear people praying and singing continuously while I was laying my head on the blessed pillow." It was very beautiful, but the language was unknown to me. The voice was singing in a high timbre that resonated so beautifully. The room was also filled with fragrance. And while experiencing this, she said, "How beautiful and great God is." She felt that the abyss between His beauty and our unworthiness was filled by Mama Julia's prayers, sacrifices, and pain. She attested this with gratitude. Let us talk about the testimony of another lady named Susan, who is from Malaysia. She testified that she could hear hymns of Ave Maria from her all signs of blanket for 3 consecutive days. She never knew nor heard of Our Lady of Naju until she received this holy item. So she wondered, how is this blanket singing a song? But for 3 days, it resounded in Susan's ears, a very soft hymn-like whispering. As she listened to it attentively, it sounded as if it came from a grotto. She could clearly discern the hymn, Ave Maria. Her husband also said, "The blessed blanket is really amazing." And he was so moved by it and slept with it. Although the blanket is made of warm material, he was able to sleep cool. Many people were amazed at this. A person even commented, "I also have the all signs of blanket around me to be able to listen to the music now," and sent us the picture to prove it. Each image within all signs is not simply a plain one, but it represents each moment that the miracle of love from the Lord and the Blessed Mother granted us, with Mama Julia's endless sacrifice and her earnest entreaty of love. We have collected all of them and layered them up numerous times and piled them up to reach infinity. So, although it is not audible to our ears, we can still hear the confessions of her ardent love in our hearts, her love for us. The next testimony is from Father Ron of the Philippines. On July 4th, Father Ron was diagnosed positive with COVID-19. He was admitted to a hospital and was brought into an isolation ward. A lady devotee who loves Our Lady of Naju heard of this priest and immediately arranged for Naju's All Saints Mass to be delivered to him through an acquaintance. And Father Ron recovered quickly when he wore this mask. He then graciously celebrated a Mass for all COVID-19 patients in the isolation ward while wearing the Naju Blessed All Saints Mask. With news of a miraculous and expeditious healing, the broadcasting network ABS-CBN, one of the largest in the Philippines, conducted a live interview with Father Ron. Father Ron testified to the grace of healing he received through the Naju Blessed All Saints Mask. Here, more amazing healing testimonies have been told. Mr. Patrick from Singapore broke his leg a few years ago, and the doctor inserted a metal plate about 6 inches long and used metal screws to hold it together. The pain was too much for him to bear, and he could not sleep at all. The painkillers weren't working either. Do you see the surgical mark? Now, Rita, his wife, has been a regular pilgrim to the Naju shrine for over a decade now. She presented to him the blanket with all signs of grace of Naju for him to use. Amazingly, Patrick was able to sleep well again, feeling no pain. The next day, Rita asked, "Do you believe you've been healed through the grace of Naju blanket on which Mama Julia prayed, offering up all her sacrifices and pains?" Patrick simply replied, "Maybe." Rita was enraged due to his skepticism, and she even hoped for the pain to come back so he could realize the grace he received. Later, she asked for Lord's forgiveness. And that night, the pain started up again in her husband, and he couldn't sleep. With the returned pain, he asked for the blanket, and this time he finally believed. His pain was completely gone, and he no longer had a limp. So as this photo portrays, he's wrapping his sore spot with the blanket of all signs of grace. And next is the testimony from Judge Joy Torres from the Philippines. She's a presiding judge by profession. She has made 2 pilgrimages to Naju. She was surprised by the abundant grace from the sacred items with all signs of grace. She was surprised at the process of producing such items, and she said the material is so comforting because of its excellent quality. Because of a backache problem, she said, "I need to wear the Blessed Waist Supporter with all signs of grace of Naju," and she placed an order for it. Upon wearing it, she testified that her backache disappeared instantly. "Oh, God truly is at work through Mama Julia," she declared. I cannot present to you all the amazing testimonies, but just hear a few more briefly. And here we have Norlene from the US, who mentioned that her mother had a sleeping problem. She slept lightly and was easily woken up due to her chronic illness and old age. But she testified using the pillow cover with the all signs of grace to be able to sleep comfortably. There is also Jophiel of Canada, who took 100 pills of 500 mg acetaminophen, which is antipyretic analgesic, all at the same time. He was suffering from depression and insomnia. Because of the amount of pills he consumed, he was rushed to the hospital and went through a 48-hour crisis treatment in the ICU. His mother gave him a pillowcase with all signs of grace of Naju. Jophiel said the pillow smelled wonderful and that he hugs it every night. Now he's being healed from all his psychological ailments. There is also this 11-year-old girl from Malaysia who testified that she saw tears flowing from the eyes of Our Lady of Naju while she was looking at her picture. Thereafter, she suddenly asked her parents to buy her a mask. However, she adamantly said that it must be a Naju Blessed mask. She said she was told to buy a Naju mask by someone. How could a mere child even know of this? The Blessed Mother must have told her. Everyone was amazed at this testimony. Whenever the gracious sacred object of Naju is brought to knowledge this way, we feel that the Blessed Mother is with them. Among these grace-filled testimonies I shared with you today, only 2 persons from these testimonies have visited Naju, and the rest were previously uninformed about Our Lady of Naju. It is only through their families and acquaintances that they come to know about the sacred items of Naju. As people experience such amazing grace, the Blessed Mother of Naju is being made known. Through this way, our Blessed Mother is working personally with us. Let me share with you the latest from our devotees during this COVID-19 situation on how our overseas pilgrims and devotees managed to keep their grace in the midst of travel restrictions. They currently join our prayer meetings through the live broadcast of Naju Shrine through video. Let us take a look at these things one by one. As COVID-19 prevented pilgrims from meeting as a group, now many places resort to global live streaming of daily Mass and prayers. And in response to this trend, we also have been broadcasting the Shrine's Sunday English Mass live, which is available to all, and we continue to receive good responses from pilgrims. In this way, we're trying to gather all Naju pilgrims in front of the Blessed Mother of Naju. And we also have another live broadcast for a Holy Hour devotion every Thursday and live streaming of Father Rest's reflections via Facebook as well. These virtual broadcasts give everyone a sense of realism that relieves the thirst of not being able to go on a pilgrimage. So we're learning that we're still able to receive abundant grace through these channels as long as we remain committed by joining with our sincere and ardent hearts. May I also relay to you the graces received by our pilgrims and devotees through the real-time broadcasts. On June 27, 2020, during the 35th anniversary of the Blessed Mother's first weeping tears in Naju, many foreigners dedicated the occasion with candles and flower baskets as part of the real-time broadcast. Marilyn from the Philippines was almost due for childbirth at that time amidst many difficulties of her pregnancy. The worry of her family was that she may also experience many difficulties while giving birth. So she offered a flower basket with her petition like this, for a healthy and safe childbirth, to the Blessed Mother of Naju. The following morning, she indeed gave birth to a healthy baby, and she sent us proof with the photo. With her flower basket offering, Marilyn's petition was granted. She realized that her petition was granted quickly because of Mama Julia's intercessory prayers and sacrifices offered up for her on that occasion. And for this, she conveyed her profound gratefulness. She is covering her newborn baby with the Naju blanket. As you know, through the live streaming of the 35th anniversary, Mama Julia sent many kisses and blew her life-giving breath 33 times while in the midst of her severe pain. It transcended time and space, and the graces were delivered to everyone in the world. Sylvia Ko from Singapore, who was with us in real time, said that from the beginning of the broadcast, her tears wouldn't stop flowing and she kept crying even the broadcast was over. She said, "Oh, this grace is so enormous." The following day, she visited her sick mother who was attacked by a demon. And she showed her mother a replay of the live stream with Mama Julia's prayer. After watching Mama Julia's kissing prayers and blowing her life-giving breath, her mother vomited and she could feel the devil depart from her. There is also John, a Korean American who had prostate cancer, and he heard thunder when Mama Julia blew her breath. Later, his blood tests yielded normal results. He said, "I believe I was being healed when Julia gave kiss, kiss, kiss and blew her breath." Thomas from Singapore said, "I felt the Holy Spirit come upon us so strongly then." When she gave kissing prayers and blew her breath, some people could perceive a strong fragrance of roses, and some people said, "I found peace in my heart." And one lady from Madagascar showed many signs of a COVID-19 infection. She had a fever, sore throat, loss of smell, and even vomited blood. But she recovered her health by inhaling Mama Julia's breath through the stream. Since Naju pilgrims overseas cannot make any pilgrimages at a time like this, nor hold the first Saturday prayer meeting in their countries due to restrictions, some prayer meetings are held using the Zoom app like this. They sent us a video saying, "I love you, Naju Mama Mary." No one knows how long the COVID-19 will last, but I think the most important thing for us to do is to make efforts and carry on in our stations. A few days ago, I got a call from a lady in Daegu, and I heard a very encouraging story from her. She's not able to come to Naju right now because of COVID-19, but fervently attends the Thursday Holy Hours live stream. As she eagerly shared the grace and love received from the Blessed Mother of Naju, this made her heart burn with love. She could assimilate more meaning from Mama Julia's words and engraved everything into her heart. Even her mother, who joined her, also became sublimated into love and made a reconciliation with her husband, whom she hadn't forgiven for the past 40 to 50 years, through the spirituality of It's My Fault. Mama Julia cannot go to the Blessed Mother's mountain because of her excruciating pain. As she loves Jesus of the Calvary Hill so much, she has prayed so fervently by touching his feet through her computer monitor. One day, she saw the auspicious light of grace spreading out from Jesus in Mount Calvary through her computer monitor. I think it means that our Lord still grants us the same grace when we wholeheartedly pray as if we were present here, practicing 셈치고, and fervently wish to be with Him even though we cannot be there in person. In this urgent end time, so as to turn this crisis into an opportunity with a more enthusiastic heart, I wish we can put together our wisdom and strength following Mama Julia. I wish we may receive the cup of blessing and take possession of the heritage of heaven with Mama Julia. My heart is so desperate, but I'm also inadequate. So please keep me in your prayers. Thank you.